Welcome to LSC. It's high school Group 3A playoffs, November 21st, 2015. Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Hens along with Brent Musgrove, and we have Steve Fry on camera. We're here at Darling Stadium where the number 1 seed Phoebus Phantoms are playing host to the number 4 seed York Falcons. The Falcons are 7-4, where the Phantoms are 10-1. Brent, this is a great day for football. The weather is football weather, a little bit of a breeze. But you had a chance to talk with both coaches. What did you come back with?
I had a great time over at York High School last week. We both went over there. Coach Pereira turned out had more ties to Hampton City Schools than anybody could realize. He came back here several years ago and took over the head coaching program over at York. And come to find out that I went to school with his dad in junior high school. I surprised him by talking about what his dad did, playing drums and all that stuff. And then you found some connections when you were coaching and teaching at Bethel.
Well, and there were some Pereiras over there played football for Coach Kozlowski, and he's their cousin. And then we got the Incremenius boys over there coaching. And then York. We come to find out that Brandon Ramirez is Kozlowski's grandson. That's his more connection to Bethel than anything else. Yeah, but then we appreciate what Doug Pereira did. Just awesome.
Yeah, and again, I'd like to thank him very much for spending the time and putting everything together for us that he did. But let's talk about York a little bit. They're a good-sized team. They have gotten better as the season's gone along. And they got a freshman quarterback, and I think you've got some stats on him if you want to talk about that. It's come a long way. I got him if you don't.
He's 1,432 yards, 12 touchdowns for a freshman. That is not bad at all. He's done a great job at taking over that quarterback spot. Probably had a good JV year. I don't know. I didn't talk with the coach about his JV
career.
So this is, something that I think Phantoms are going to try to pursue. They're going to see if they can shake him up a little bit and make him a little nervous in the pocket. He's got some good receivers.
Well, Coach Pereira said that they have a lot of respect for this Phoebus program, and all you got to do is look at the history of it, and you've got to respect it. They've been this place a long time, and a lot of times. And coming into this division, Group 3, for the first year, and as we've talked about before, that this is only the second time they've played a team of their division. Phoebus spent all year playing Division 5 and 6 teams.
And 4.
And won 4.
Yeah.
And so and now they're down here playing in Division 3. I don't say down here, but they're in Division 3, and this is the first time last week and this week, the first time they played somebody in their division.
Yeah, so it sure is.
It's a eye-opening situation for York. They know what they're up against, but they bring some talent in here, and I'm looking forward to a good game.
I am too. This is we're going to see the flip of the coin, and while we're doing that, I'm going to go give you the officials real quick. The referee is Dennis Hicks. The umpire is going to be Alonzo Bell. The head linesman, John Lewis. The line judge, Ron Wyatt. The side judge, Ed Raines. Field judge is Jermaine Ball. And the back judge is Lee McGuire. That's our group today.
And while we got a chance to thank Mick McCullough, the head of the Officials Association, he gives me a heads up every week. I give him a call.
And we got Tim Ewing here doing the clock, and I'm so tickled about that.
Yeah, they brought Tim back over from Todd State, and I think Newport News had a summons out for him. So they want to get him out of town. And
well, they got him down here. They can't find him, so that's the key.
All I know is a dark car went over and got him out of Newport News at night. So I don't know what happened.
Well, we got the toss of the coin out there, and we'll see what's going to happen. Who's going to win the clock? And if Phoebus wins it, they'd like to defer, go on defense first, yeah. And that's usually what they do. I don't know about York, what their system is or not, but you can see the
official just threw the coin up.
Yeah.
Phoebus has won and has declined.
They've deferred. Okay. Yep. And just what I thought they would do.
And York will be getting the ball on offense on the first series.
Well, York's offense, they got Victoria at center. Your guards are Norman and Green. The tackles are Rush and Lackey. Tight end, but he really runs him as a wideout, Luke Gilbert. The other wideouts are Little, Jones, and Lightfoot. The running back is Campbell, and Ramsey Hyatt is the quarterback. Now on defense for the Phantoms, we have Taquan Johnson, Anthony Davila, Andre Smith, Keyshaw Battle Patterson, those are your tackles and ends. Your middle linebacker is Sedarius Horn. The outside backers are Ryder and Branch. The corners are Pope and Carter. Safeties, Gregory and Lewis. So we're getting ready to have a kickoff, and we've got a young man that does the kicking for Phoebus that just blows my mind, and that's Stephon Tompkins. He's a senior kicker, 5'8", 140, but he kicks with either foot.
You'll see it during the game, hopefully. Last week, he impressed us all. About 3 times he kicked strong with his right foot, and he got in certain situations, he goes to the other side with the other foot. He had us baffled there for a while.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how's he going to do it this time.
Bob said he's ambidextrous or something.
I know ambidextrous. I don't know what you do the other one. But we'll get a good chance to see the offense for the Falcons right off the bat. And they've been anxious to play here, and Doug Pereira says he's looking forward to coming over here with his team to play because his dad went to Hampton High, and this Darling Stadium has a lot of history with him and his family.
He said he used to come down here for vacations.
That's why he was in New Hampshire.
Yeah. He'd come down here for vacations, and it turns out he ends up coming down here teaching and right back in Dad's hometown, so it's great.
His dad was military, if I'm not mistaken.
His dad was a U.S. Marine, 22 years of service, and on the side he played in a big band, his dad said, because I knew he was a drummer.
Well, that's what you had said. Kind of blew his mind when you told him that, yeah. How do you know that, right?
Yep. David Pereira. And the kickoff, and the ball is taken at the 9. Oh, ball by the 10.
Number 5. Oh, I'm sorry, number 6.
And he stumbled at about the, what's that, Bob, about the 17, isn't it?
It looks like about 17 is where he went down. And that was number 6 that got that ball, and that is Deshaun Jones, the junior, 5'9", 161. But we noticed when they were warming up that they were doing some slipping out there.
Yeah, in the middle of the field, it was both teams a little bit, especially Phoebus was having a little trouble, which surprised me. They're used to this field. York, I think, plays at Bailey sometimes. Don't they get that nice turf?
Right, we got Hyde will be in the shotgun or the pistol, and he's got 3 wideouts at the top of the screen and 1 at the bottom. We'll see what he does. Direct snap from center. Hand off to the running back. Nice little crease there, but Phoebus did a great job of going. And while we got a flag, and we may have targeting. And who was it that got that ball, Brent? Did you
15,
see?
that was number 15.
15, yeah, that's DeAndre Lightfoot. He's one of the running back, just a junior. And I believe it's targeting a young man went in with the leading with the helmet, and they're really strict on that, which I'm glad they are because they need to be. So that'll put the ball at the 33-yard line, 33. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Back to pass, going deep. Nice job coming back to the ball. The receiver.
Number 6, and that is the 33.
Deshaun Jones is the wideout that got it, but he came back to the ball. Yeah. He had his eye on the ball. The defenders did not.
15, 32, 30 yards.
35, yeah, 35-yard line. Great pass and catch that time by Ramsey Wyatt. He had plenty of time to pick up his receiver. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Number 6 had got the ball, but let me tell you, and that's Deshaun Jones again, but he was hit right away. 88, Keyshawn Battle Patterson was not fooled by that at all, Brent. Lost Oh, looks like he lost about 4.
Yeah, that's what I've got him down for 4. Now, number 6 has been on both plays. The first play was canceled because of the penalty.
Right.
And number 6 caught a pass for 32 and just lost 4. And he's back in motion again.
But he's coming back the other way with the other guy. Oh, ball went up in the air, and Phoebus got the ball. I mean, that ball popped straight up. I've not seen a fumble go that high.
That tells me a helmet hit the ball.
Yeah.
That's a helmet on the ball, buddy. You usually get that.
That's the big first turnover. We got Phoebus Phantoms on offense. We got center Melton, the guards, the Johnson and Lasource, tackles are Davila and Carson. Tight end is Green, wideouts Carter and Jackson. Fullback is Holloway. Running back is O'Mary, Becknell, and Wright is at the quarterback spot. And I'll give you the defense for the Falcons first chance we get. And you can bet $1 to a donut here that Becknell's going to get the ball on the first carry.
No, I don't see him in the lineup, huh?
Right there.
That's 11, I think.
Yep, that's Becknell.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And one other kind of side note is Becknell, as a freshman, played for this York team.
Pick up of about 2.
Picked 2 yards up. Number 12, Lipscomb, making the tackle for the Falcons. And again, Becknell gets the ball and is hit right away, across the 40.
See what they give him. Might give him another 2.
All right, the tackles for the Falcons are Reynolds and Lipscomb. The 3 tackles in rush, the ends are Ramirez and Gilbert. The linebackers, Campbell, Pascarella, and Edwards. The corners are Boyd and Little. And the safety is Jones. 3rd and long. And we have a whistle, probably procedure.
I didn't see a flag. I'd like to see.
I haven't either. I heard the whistle, but I don't see any flag. There's the flag.
Flag is being waved off.
Okay.
No flag. Okay.
So it was a 5-yard penalty for the official not being ready. That's what I thought.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I like a guy that can, bring it down to the basics. Penalty on the official.
York is crashing the line, boy.
And he's not going to get the first down. And that was number 10 for the Falcons.
That's Nelson.
That's Nelson, who is a great receiver, but didn't get any yardage hardly after he made the catch. It brings up a 4th and 2. Well, they're going to, it is. It's closer to 4th and 1 now.
He kept sneaking that flag up.
Yeah, well, I kind of look for a quarterback keeper.
Phoebus is going for it. He's trying to draw him off. Let's see if they take the penalty. Yeah, looks like no. You got it.
And you see what Wright did. The linebacker went to the left gap on his right, and he went to the gap on the left, which got him the yard he needed to get the first down. Great job that time by Justin Wright. Young man has been courted by West Point.
That's saying something right there.
That's right there. You're absolutely right.
I'll tell you what. He's just not an athlete. It's also a student.
Yes.
In the books.
Absolutely. All right, first down for the Phantoms, and they had to really work for that first down.
Well, that pass that they threw to Nelson, I mean, he just barely got that off. Nelson had to come back to the ball a little bit. That's what kept him getting any further.
Absolutely, but you was right. They brought the linebackers, didn't they?
They brought everybody.
And they got a 6-man line there right now, and that's why Becknell hasn't got any room to run.
He's getting a push.
It looks like a scrum out there. Oh, my
He
goodness.
picked up about 7 yards.
I believe you're right, 7 yards. But, I mean, he was hit, Brent. He was hit at about the 46, and they're going to spot it down to the 43. So he picked up 3 yards with a scrum.
There was some muscle being moved in them, I'm telling you what. And York's got a good-sized team.
Yes, they do.
We've looked this over well. We'll get into that. I was quite impressed with what they bring to the game.
Well, we're going to put Nelson and who is that? Nelson and Hamlin.
Going to get a penalty. Got both of them up on the line unless they changed it. There you go. It's number 12. What a sweep. He picked up a couple.
Well, I'm impressed with the tackling of this York team.
Yes, sir.
Very fundamental sound, aren't they?
Well, the official on this side just changed his spot by a yard.
Did he?
He just changed. Now he's going back a yard.
Well, so it brings it 3rd and 3.
Yep.
Well, now he's back to 3rd and 4. Well, wherever Alonso puts the ball down, that's where they'll go
That's
from.
where it's going to happen.
3rd and 3. For Rams.
Let's see what he's in the pistol. He being
Right.
Justin Wright.
Oh, got to get it. If they got it, it's their ball. That was a lateral.
Yep. But Phoebus ended up getting the ball back. Lost 8 yards, so it's going to be a punting situation this time. I think Phoebus is not taking the Falcons real serious.
No, well,
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that the coaches didn't know, but you know, the kids think, okay, we played all these 4, 5s, and 6s, and this is a 3 team. We ought to be able to walk over them.
nice punt.
Oh, great day. And nice, look at, let it go, right down to the 4-yard line.
Nice punt. That's number 89 for
For the Phantoms, 89, that's Tyler Nelson. No relation to Elijah, but they're both good athletes.
That was a heck of a punt he just punted there. But
What did I tell you? And that puts the
Falcons.
Falcons not only in the hole, but it limits what they can do.
They got to get the ball away from the end zone.
Yes.
That's the main thing. Can't afford any mistakes here. Well, I tell you what, each team has had a possession now, Bob. Phoebus has had 2. And the only thing that's happened so far is 1 first down for Phoebus and the punt.
Yep. So Ramsey and back at quarterback, and they only got 1 running back there with him right now, and they straight ahead, and nothing.
It's number 5.
That's Campbell again, Devin Campbell. He had 1,078 yards this year with 10 TDs. So he is the main man that's going to run the ball for them. They're going to run the 4 wideouts, and Luke Gilbert, who I think is a great tight end prospect, he plays wideout for the most part too. They will not run a tight end.
Talk about Gilbert. He's already got 3 schools that are looking at him.
Yeah.
Good-sized young man. We saw him in the hallway. It was impressive.
You got to talk to him a little bit. Oh, my.
It's 21 with the interception. You're talking about targeting. Did you see 73 coming in?
Yeah, no penalty. I was surprised there wasn't a penalty that time. But that was I was surprised they passed the ball from the end zone. That was a great job. Who got the interception?
21.
21, and Peyton Ryder comes limping off, number 42, for the Phantoms, and he's one of their, just a sophomore, one of their better linebackers that they've got. But he's having trouble, look like with the knee. Maybe it's, he's having trouble putting weight on that right leg.
So is there a penalty?
Yeah, I think they're going to do the targeting, which you said, Brent. I didn't see it.
Well, 73 came in there with his head down and just tried to take the whole pile down. And that. Now, is this against Phoebus? Why is he marking off against that? Whose ball is it?
Well, I don't know.
He's give the ball back to York.
Illegal use of hands by the. Oh, well, now, it would be nice if we get some direction from the officials.
Yeah, but keep a secret to yourself if you want to.
Well, he seems to be doing that.
Penalty was a 10-yard penalty, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get 1st and 10 on the, it should be, they got it on the 15 actually. He started from the 4, but he got 11 yards on it, so that's good. Big hole right up the middle that time. I passed, handed off to number 5. And again, that's Devin Campbell.
Would they give him 9 yards? Yeah.
Then, I mean, he didn't get, nobody touched him until he had at least 5, 6 yards.
Well, they came away from that goal line pretty quick.
And we got a flag coming there, and I see the tackler that time was Peyton Ryder. The young man had just limped off, and he's still limping. He made the tackle. It is a penalty against the Falcons, and is that holding? Yeah, holding is the call, and Alonzo will mark it off from the. Well, he's supposed to mark it off from the 24. Let's see what he does. So it should go down to about the 14, and that's where it's set up. So we're right back now to 2nd and 11.
How many 2nd and 11 for the York Falcons?
I never saw the flag on that play, that interception that ended up being not an interception. Wyatt again in backfield, handed off. Whoa! He was, wow, Campbell was hit as soon as he got the ball.
It's got to be a loss of 4.
And that was number 7 for the Phantoms. Wow.
That's going to bring
Marlon Carter, what a great job.
Should be 3rd and 15 now.
Well, he lost about 4 in that because it was 2nd and 11.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what, York got away from the line with a penalty, and then it's like Phoebus got a little angry here.
Yeah, that was, nobody blocked Carter that time, and looks like we're going to get a timeout.
And it's York's timeout.
Official timeout on the field. This one will be charged to the York Falcons with 3:12 remaining in the 1st quarter and no scoreboard.
Well, right now, what has happened in this series is because of the punt. Punt going down to the 4-yard line. They got the 1st down with the illegal use of hands or whatever, and then they gave it right back with their holding play. But are you as impressed as I am with this York team?
I'm impressed with what York's done, but I have to say that this is what Phoebus has been doing all year. They seem to start slow. You know, first quarter, first half. And I'm not saying this is going to happen. It could be all York's play. But all year long, for the most part, Phoebus has started like we're looking to see what you got. We're kind of feeling you out. We're not taking any chances.
And then, if you remember the last game we did, they scored 3 times in about, what, 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
Yeah.
The last 6 seconds of the first half, and then 2 touchdowns on turnovers and received a kickoff, went down, and then a turnover, scored all in about 4 minutes. So 19, 20 points right there. Bang, bang. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying this is the way Phoebus has been going all year. Their defense, as it is right now, is kind of setting the pace.
We don't have any running back at all with Hyatt back there.
Lone backfield. Nice
Great
shot.
job that time, but it's going to be about 5 yards short of the 1st down, but that was a good
10-yard pass.
And that looked like it was number 29 that got the pass that time.
That's going to bring up a 4th and 5, Bob.
I'll be boy, and I tell you, I got this window open, and I'm wishing I didn't now.
Get all those little cards and make everything look so efficient, and it got a typhoon coming through this Monday here.
I rode my bike this morning, the wind was coming out of the east, now it's coming out of the west, right in my face.
You can come back now.
Yeah, you're right. Now we see the Falcon punter. A nice high kick.
You better watch it. There you go. No. Number 5 on the reception.
And just would not go down. Number 5 is Trey Hamlin. And I don't know, there was a covey of tacklers.
A covey.
A covey. You know, when you're looking for the birds, you're looking for a covey of birds. You don't want just one. That'll give the Phantoms the ball. Well, now we got another. No, I don't think there's any penalty.
It is personal foul against each one of them. It's an
offset.
First down.
Each team, those penalties will offset.
Okay, do I put that down?
I think not. It wasn't marked off, so we'll just ignore it. I will if you will.
Penalties go first and 10 from there.
All right, Justin right back under center. Got Becknell and Holloway.
Fake. There he is. 28.
That 28 with the.
That was 28 with the reception, yeah.
With 28 or 26. Yeah, that's right. Good for you. I get better eyes than that. That's
all right.
Siri Green is senior, 6'1", 200 pounds.
17-yard pickup.
First down.
And that was a good route because the other receivers went deeper and kind of opened up that under route.
Almost a drag route or trail route. He just was wide open. Nice delivery of the ball by Wright, too. He's back again. Oh, he just.
Nice move that time.
That was by number 5 again, Hamlin, isn't it?
Yeah, number 5 is Trey Hamlin.
By number 5, Trey Hamlin.
That was a great move after he caught the ball.
It's going to be a pickup of about 9.
Just about, almost got the first down. And Elijah Nelson coming in with the play, replaces Andre Jackson.
Nelson way out wide on the left-hand side, Bob. I mean, he's out. I know guys.
He's in a different area code. Got the first down, and that's what you want. You give it to Becknell. He's down around the 10-yard line. Oh, I'm sorry. It was not Becknell that time. That was Jalen Holloway.
Picked up, 3, didn't he?
Yep. They spotted the ball right at the 10, so it's basically first and goal. They can't get a first down. Hollowell again, Holloway. I want to call him Hollowell. It's Holloway.
No gain on that one.
Now, the ball popped out, but the whistle had already blown. And he actually lost a yard. Elijah Nelson coming back in with the play. Him and Jackson are the ones that's doing the shuffling, which saves your quarterback from running back and forth.
I have to tell you, bring it up right now, York is impressive on the rush.
Yeah.
Got him stretched out there. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing happening there.
I tell you,
for another loss. 4, 5, 6 yards. Loss of 6.
Becknell loses 6. Defense by the Falcons is really stepping up. We found one thing right now. We know Becknell's got some speed, but
York does too.
York got speed on defense, and that's the end of the first quarter with no score. And both teams still in the feeling out process right now. Phantoms is the ones that's got the best chance of scoring.
Well, right now when this opens up, it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 16.
Wow.
And that series started at the 10.
Yeah. So you've lost 6 on 2 plays.
That's right.
But you got, see, Becknell runs well between tackles. But the way that the defense for the Falcon is doing right now is taking that away from him. He has been running into people.
Yes, he has. York's front line and their linebackers have been very impressive. They have pretty much forced Phoebus to go to the air. I mean, if you stop and think about it.
Well, and, you know, and last week, Wright had
14 or
12 or 14 or 12 or 16 or something like that.
Yeah, he only missed 2. I was 12 or 14, I believe, last week.
I got it somewhere in my little stuff, so maybe I'll run across it.
That wind-blown hurricane you got over there.
Yeah.
Looks like litter behind the theater.
Thanks, Brent. Appreciate it.
Trying to help, man.
I know.
You keep this up, we're going to put a trash can down next to where you sit. All right, here we go. First, no score in the first quarter, Bob. This is what York would like to have scored, but I think they got to be happy. It's been a quarter, no points on the board for Phoebus. And, that's making a statement for them.
Yes, it is. And only got one back in the backfield, so we got
Back now.
tight end and 3 wideouts all over here. We got a holding call. And that'll put them, maybe take them back out of field goal range.
Force ball down, and there's a flag on the play, and their indication is it's going to be against the Phoebus champion.
And I take the penalty in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Started off at first
penalty,
and goal at the 10, and now they're going to be
26.
third from the 20, from the 30, Brent.
Good Lord.
32.
Was holding, right?
Yeah, but from the it's the
I know it's a
point
spot
of
foul.
yeah.
Ball will be all the way back to the 32-yard line.
We got third and goal from the 32. You have a 32-yard play?
I'm sure they do. He got hit. He got hit.
Got hit just as he threw the ball. Well, if you punt the ball, Brent, you're going to pick up 12 yards if it goes into the end zone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you've got the ability, with this wind, think about it, put it up high and see what happens.
Phoenix Phantoms have called timeout.
And is that their second timeout?
That's their
That's
first.
their
each,
first
Each
time.
team's called one.
Okay.
So far, I've got, because I gave both of them the penalties because they were called penalties when they canceled each other out. But technically, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty,
Yeah.
but
Well, it didn't
no
count.
yardage.
Yeah, but right now, Phoebus has 4 penalties for 50 yards, technically.
Technically. All right.
New York has 2 penalties for 25 yards. But the ball is now at the 32, and it's 4th down. And beginning of the second quarter, it's 0-0. And like you say, is there an advantage to punting this ball? You got to put it in the end zone.
If you put it in the end zone, you're picking up 4 yards or 12 yards. So, you got to weigh your options here. What is it better to do?
Looks like they're going for it. And if York continues doing what they're doing, they're playing double safeties, Bob, and they're nobody in the backfield, and they're bringing the house. Here he comes from the end, and he did not lead, and he got
And
hit.
boy, number 40, Laird, Lord, the boom. Wow, and that's Noah Pascarella, one of the linebackers. He's coming off a little shaken up. I found what he did last week, 252 yards, 12 of 16. And that's right.
Let me say this, if he could have got that ball out to the end zone, if the receiver was wide open.
But he
didn't have
couldn't step
time.
into it.
40 came free. Nobody touched him. And you got to ask yourself about that one blocking back there just to, it makes a big difference sometimes. But
Wyatt takes over, and they're going straight ahead, and they're picking up some yardage up between the tackles, and that's York, and they look like they're down about to the 35, maybe 36-yard line. Campbell again on the carry. He's going to carry the ball 90% of the time.
picked up about 4 yards.
Just across the 35-yard line. 2nd and 7, I'm sorry. This is a little delayed by number 5 that time for the Falcons. Campbell, he just kind of waited for the blocker to take a guy out. And now it's a 3rd and 3, so he picked up, what, about 4?
Well, I got it 3rd and 4, but that's close enough. It's right in the middle, so we'll go with that, yeah. But like you say, 5 is our main man. He's the one who carries the ball on the ground most of the time. Oh, there it goes.
And they pulled they pulled what Phoebus tried to do earlier.
Yep.
And that'll give them the first down. Drew them offside, and that's called encroachment. And that put the ball at the 44-yard line of the York. That was a good call.
Yeah.
Nice, and Campbell got outside.
Will anybody realize what was happening?
Number 88 for the Phantoms, and that's Keyshawn Battle Patterson, wrapped up the quarterback Hyatt, but he didn't have the ball. And picked up 8, Brent.
Yeah. Good game. Let's make it 2nd and 2. But like you said, they eliminated the quarterback from holding that ball. He grabbed him right away.
Oh, man. If he'd held on to that ball, he would have been sacked for sure. Right now, the Falcons are just running through the Phoebus Phantoms. And there's another one.
It's 15. It's from the 48. Number 15.
That is Lightfoot, and he's tackled.
37.
Wow.
11-yard pickup. Another first down.
They're going up the middle. They're going wide, and it's like Phoebus can't figure out what they're doing.
Right now, York's controlling that line of scrimmage on offense.
Yes, they are. A nice pass, but a kid caught and immediately.
Pick up a 1 yard. Yep. Ball got
picked up 1 yard. He got the ball and was tackled immediately.
Yeah, but it looked like the ball got tipped. I couldn't tell if it was a throw or if somebody got a finger in it. The receiver had to come back for it. Made a nice play catching the ball.
We're going to run him back again, and this time nothing. They plugged up the hole. He picked up maybe a half a yard at the most. Peyton Ryder was in the middle of 3 or 4
Number 5.
Phantoms, and number 8 is in there too. Andre Smith, one of the defensive end. Campbell again is going to carry the ball 95% of the time.
15's been making a couple of runs, but not me. But he picked up good yardage on.
Well, he's the one that comes in motion and gets the ball. Here we go again, and this is definitely a passing situation. And wouldn't be a bad place for a screen pass. And just overthrown. No way that that receiver was going to get to the ball. And the receiver was number 4.
He was bracketed by 2 Phoebus defenders that time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was 14.
Yeah.
Luke Gilbert, the young man that we talked about, he was double covered and just didn't have a chance to get to the ball. And let's see what they're going to do. 4th and 9. You would think that they would punt the ball, and Hyatt is the punter, number 2.
Well, this could turn things around when York started on the 5-yard line. Let's see how this goes. Nice punt. Not a good move. Went backwards. Got him at
You got to go north and south. You can't go east and west. He would have been smart to let the ball go in the end zone because it would have come out to the 20-yard line. You got to know where you are on the field. He was standing at the 2, seeing the ball come down, get away from it.
Yeah, let it go. And it is starting on the 2-yard line. Is that right?
I don't know where they've spotted it. Yeah, it looks like they spotted it at the 2. And you got 98 yards to go.
You got to get 10 at a time right now. 10 at a time.
Phoebus calling timeout again. We got 6:16 to go in the first half of play, and you're right, that's the second time out. And nobody has threatened except Phoebus. They got a 1st and goal from the 10 and went backwards. Took them complete. In fact, they were the 4th down was at the 32. So they lost 22 yards on that one series.
Just trying to keep up with everything I've got here going. This is a great game, and it's a game of picking 5, picking 2 yards, and just making it happen. Every now and then you get a 16, 17-yard run, or a pass, but it's not making a difference. Nobody's been able to break away.
Right. The official just let them know you got one more timeout, and that's it. And Phoebus is, York is going to crowd that line of scrimmage, because they're going to try to run it out. They're not going to try to pass it. They're going to try to run it out.
First 10 for the Phantoms from their own 2-yard line.
And we got Holloway and Becknell. Holloway did a great job of blocking and got out. Becknell got out to looks like about the 9-yard line. That's about a 7-yard gain, Brent.
I'm waiting for him to spot it. Yeah, you're right. It's about the 9. It was at the 2, so it's a good way to get out of the hole right now.
Yeah. We got a timeout again, and I don't know what this is for.
It's about a 7-yard gain, Bob. What's going on now?
I don't know. We got a stoppage of the clock.
$7:55? That can't be. You lost a minute and 50 seconds?
I don't know what happened that time. I don't know. It was 7. Well, there you go. Well, they got the clock is right.
Where did he lose a minute and 50 seconds?
I don't know how he lost a minute 50, but somebody was.
And who is this down here to tell you? I don't understand who that is.
Becknell gets it out across the 10, which would be a 1st down. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 13. Justin Wright just turns around, hands it off to Becknell, and right side of that line is doing a good job for him. And you got to look at your offensive line. Melton at center, Johnson, Lasource at the guards, the tackles, Davila and Carson, and Green is the tight end on that side.
Right now, this is what Phoebus does. They like to grind the ball out. That's good side step. Good side step.
And I tell you, he's elusive, him being Becknell. Gets the ball, sidestepped the would-be tackler, and picked up
about 9 yards, 8 or 9 yards.
8 yards, Brent. 8. Yeah. You're absolutely right. The ball spotted at 21.
This is Phoebus football. They got 6 minutes, and they like to walk it down the field. Of course, the way Wright played last week throwing those passes, it really opened.
Well, but he's not got pressure last week as he's getting this week from the York is putting a lot of pressure on Wright. In fact, the last time he threw the ball, he really got hit hard.
Nice tackle.
Good tackle that time by number 8 for the Falcons, and that's number 8 is. I got him as Little.
Is there a penalty? What was it? What was the penalty?
I don't know what the penalty was. It must be, it's a 10-yarder. Must be holding.
Holding against the Phoebus Phantom.
Well, they have been shooting themselves in the foot with that hold today.
That's 6 penalties for 65 yards against Phoebus. That
Wow.
brings up 2nd and 12 now, it looks like. Yeah.
Ball marked back to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Phantoms.
Don't get a play.
Well, a nice pass, but you got to like the defense. It looked like number 4 for the Falcons. Hamlin got the pass, but number 5 for the York did a great job getting over there and stopping that. And that's the linebacker, Devon Campbell.
Picked up 2 yards.
4-yard gain will make it 3rd and 9 for the Phantoms.
I don't see how
Well,
you say
3rd, and he says 9, but that's pretty close to 9.5, 10 yards.
Well,
But
I had 2nd and 12, so that's what I'm saying.
picked up a couple, yeah. We got a whistle again.
It's going to be offsides.
Penalty marker on the play.
For me, that could be
Yeah.
offside against the Phantoms. Wow.
Lined up offsides. They've done that several times this year.
Offside penalty.
You can't line up into the end in the neutral zone.
Third and 14.
And you know he's going to pass, and he's going to get pressure. Now he's going with the draw. Becknell brings it out across the 20. He's going to be short of the first down, but that was a good call. They're punted at the 21. 4th and 3, but you got a punt.
Becknell's carry gets it out to the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th.
Penalties shooting them in the foot, Bob. They were
Wow.
moving the ball on the ground.
Falcons number 78 on that last play, Devon Rush. Dropping back in front coverage for the Falcons, number 5, Devin Campbell.
Field catch at the 49-yard line of the Phantoms. We've got 4:16 to go in the half.
No score.
No score.
Falcons will take over 1 yard deep into Phantom territory at their 49.
I don't think Phoebus knows they're in a football game, Bob. But what stopped them has been penalties.
Yeah,
York's playing a great game.
They're their worst enemy right now. They were moving the ball, got a holding play call, and then they got a line up in the neutral zone call. Let's see what Hyatt does this time. Number 2, Ramsey Hyatt, in the pistol. Handed off to Campbell. Campbell goes to the right side, and there's just no penetration on that right side. He didn't run into anybody, Brent, until he already picked up 5 yards. And number 21 for the Phantoms in on the stop, and that's Jonathan Gregory. And if your safeties and corners are making the tackles, they're picking up at least 5 yards a clip.
Picked up 7 on that one, Bo. Gonna make it 2nd and 3. 3:43 to go in the first half. Looks like encroachment over here again on him. There's 15 this time, and he's got him a first down.
Yep.
Falcons give it to number 15, DeAndre Lightfoot.
Depends on where they spot it.
DeAndre Lightfoot.
Look at the official dancing right and left over here.
42 on the shot for the Panthers.
Well, he spotted it at the 38, so it's a first down.
Yeah.
Falcons have the first down.
The clock is running. 3:20 to go in the first half. No score for either team, and here we go. 15 again.
He's
Boy,
loose.
he popped it right out.
He's gone. Oh, man.
What
he
a
got
tackle.
15, and that went from the 38.
Marlon Carter, number 7, saved a touchdown, and the ball is going to be spotted at the 12-yard line, I think, Brent.
No, he's
12 or 13. 12-yard
He
line.
must have stepped out then.
And they're hurrying up because they got a chance to put some points on the board here. And there it goes straight ahead. And look like 15 again. Lightfoot is taking over that running back position. Picked up about 5 that time. Actually 4. 2nd and 6. Ball is spotted at the 8.
It's a big series right here for both teams going into the end of the half.
If you score at the end of the half, you really put a statement.
Other than the Hampton game, Phoebus has not trailed at the half in any game, I don't believe.
And that number 5 that time, and that's
He's
he's
close.
right down to the almost to the goal line.
Got to the 1.
Falcon ball carrier number 5, Devin Campbell.
Mr. Campbell.
Down to the 2-yard line. That's what they're calling it now. One over here is calling it 2, one over is calling it 3. So
You got to go with the one over on the other side. He's closer to the ball. So, and let's see what they're doing. Whether it's a first down or not, they're checking it out.
It's going to be first and goal for the Falcons.
Well, they're going to
measure.
They're going to measure to see if it's a first down or not. And this is where you're Phoebus.
It's
You've
gonna be a
got
first down. They've got it.
Yep, they got the first down. Well, now Phoebus has got to crowd that line of scrimmage, Brent. They've got to crowd that line of scrimmage. Get in the gaps.
Now this makes it first and goal from what, the 3 or the 2? First and goal.
Well,
from
this is
the
3.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes, plenty of time, so you can take it any way you want to right now.
He looks like he's got the touchdown, and he does. And that's number 5, Campbell. They did that look kind of easy, didn't it, Brent?
Yes,
I mean, they didn't shoot themselves in the foot, didn't get a penalty, ran the ball, used Lightfoot. Lightfoot picked up some great yardage, and then they went back to Campbell, their bread and butter can. Campbell has rushed for 1,078 yards and now has 11 TDs for the year.
In that series, Bob, Lightfoot went for 39 yards in the series. Oh, no good.
No good. Hit the upright. So now we have just a 6-0 with 2:03 to go in the first half of play. And we'll see what Phoebus is going to try to do during this last 2 minutes of the first half of play here on Darling Stadium on the 21st.
Let me give you this.
November
that series,
2015. Go ahead.
That scoring series started at the 49-yard line.
Yep.
Two ball handlers, number 5 and number 15. Number 15 picked up 39 of those yards.
And that's Lightfoot.
Yeah, and number 5 picked up
Campbell.
the rest and got the TD.
How about that?
And that's quite a statement against a Phoebus team who prides itself on defense.
Defense, that is their mantra. Defense wins championships.
This game's not over. Phoebus first half is not usually their strong half. We'll see how this goes, see what they do in the half. What now, if you're the coach for York, I'm not asking what they're going to do, but what would you be thinking right now?
I was thinking right now I would kick this ball off and then I would play the same defense I've been playing because you have stopped the run, you have stopped the pass for the most part.
Penalties.
And if you haven't stopped it, Phoebus has shot themselves in the foot with the penalties.
Phoebus has been able to move the ball too. Problem being the penalties.
Yeah.
Every time they've got something going.
Well, they should have scored when they had first and goal from the 10 and ended up fourth at the 32.
Yeah. Penalties. Good return.
Nice up about 39-yard line.
That was by number 12.
Number 12 for the Phantoms. Andre Jackson, just a junior.
All right.
I look for Phoebus, if Becknell can't get going, to bring in the young man, number 33, Daniel Wright, who's just a sophomore, 6'1", 220, is a more
It's a power
damaging runner.
It's not happening.
Now and it's going to be another penalty against the Phantoms.
I have to say this one official is, if this is holding, he's a popular holding guy. That's all I can say. He's pointing the other way right now. Personal foul.
It is personal foul. I don't know what it was, but that'll.
Personal foul is the call against the Falcons.
And that'll be from the. Well, they've got a ball marked in the 40, so that should take it down to the 45 of the Falcons. Let's see if Alonzo can get it right. We lost a yard somewhere.
After the mark off, the Falcons will be first and 10 inside Falcon territory. Ball marked at the 46-yard line.
Clock is running, 1:15 counting.
Right through his hands.
That was right to Elijah Nelson, and he caught that ball, and number 8 had him. Cole Little.
Took him right at the ankles. Nice tackle.
And that's how you got to take a big kid like Nelson.
Because you don't get him low, you're going to get carried somewhere.
Nelson, 6'2", 200. Great hand, but that ball, you're right, that ball went right through his hands.
And I don't know if the sun had anything to do with that. I know it's coming back over his right shoulder. Looking back. That can't be too much time.
No, he doesn't do that. He's going to blame he's saying the the Phantoms moved the ball or did something.
Somebody moved is what he's saying.
Against the Phantoms for a false start.
That's a killer. It just seems it's a killer.
Nice catch. Nice catch right at the 11-yard line. But we got holding against the Phantoms. Holding against the Phantoms. We're going to take it right back. Great catch by Nelson.
I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a mutiny here in the fans.
Man, it's unbelievable the number of holding calls that have been called today. I have watched a lot of games this year, Brent, and I don't think I've seen this many and a half on all the games we've watched.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a competition among the officials, if they get bonus points, because this is getting ridiculous. Every time there's an offensive play, somebody throws a flag from a couple of people. And I'm saying it just like it is.
Well, you're not going to get any argument.
'26 just quit running. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know what
he was looking for a screen pass.
I think he was looking for the screen and
never developed.
Just never developed. You're absolutely right. Brings up a 3rd down and 33 to go.
York just stayed home, and it was a great defensive play by York. They just stayed home. They didn't get sucked in by it or anything.
They're going to take it. Phoebus is going to take the final time out.
1:16 remains in the first half.
We got 1:16. It's hard to tell on these clocks. We're missing some light bulbs.
Just to give you a couple of figures now, the way this game's going. Right now, York has had 3 penalties called against them for 40 yards. One was a march off. Phoebus has had 3, 6, 7, 8 penalties called against him for 80 yards. And
80 yards in the first half.
In the first half, 80 yards of penalties. And this is a team that's already played 12 games. So it's the time of the year when this shouldn't be happening. So either Phoebus is regressing or there's a new holding statute out there that we don't know about. I don't know.
Or the Falcons are putting so much pressure in that they're grabbing them to keep them from going into the backfield.
It's just, I've never seen so many. But like I say, the penalties are coming at crucial times.
They would have had 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line on that last play that Elijah Nelson caught that ball and did a great job of laying out for the ball.
Yes, he did.
And they're only rushing 4. Different quarterback.
Get down.
Number 12 is the one that got the ball for the Phantoms.
34.
And that's Andre Jackson. And who made the tackle? Looks like 29 for the Falcons.
28-yard catch.
Bobby Boyd.
That was a 28-yard reception.
And who is that quarterback? Well, that's 19 now. Back in there. And their 3rd timeout. We're not going to get any more timeouts this half.
That was a 28-yard gain, but still short of a first down by, 3 yards?
Yeah.
So it's 4th and 3.
Well, and you got to go for it, Brent. With 44 seconds to go, you know, kicking is going to, what's that going to do?
No brainer.
Well, and you're going to get the ball beginning of the second half, the Phantoms are, because they deferred on the
opening possession.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are, 4th down and about 2.5, maybe 3 yards to go for Phoebus to continue the drive. They're still 38 yards away from a tie and score with 44 seconds to go in the half. It's not an easy task picking up the first down first. So what do? Do you just go along and see what happens?
Well, we got Justin right back in a pistol.
Last time they were in this position, they tried to run and play. Remember?
Yeah, with 4th down, you got to get the ball down the field.
There's 10 right there, and he threw behind him.
And we got roughing the passer. Number 30 ran right into Wright.
And he is beside himself. It's got to be roughing the passer.
It is. That's the call. You got to go the right way, Alonzo. You got to go that way. There you go.
He's feeling for the win. That's
First down.
15
and they'll take the ball clear down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So now you got 41 seconds. You got 4 downs. You can stop the clock with the first down. And they're bringing the house now. Oh, number 40 got his hand up in the run. That's no Pascarella. If he had not got his hand up, that ball would have been caught. Well, they being York were bringing 4. Now they're bringing 8. That's what it looks like. Well, they got 6 on the line of scrimmage where they were bringing 4 before. They're bringing 6 now.
Looks like, yep. They loaded the box up, brother. To get through, just couldn't get away.
No.
And that runs the clock.
And that's number 30. That's Ramirez, Brandon Ramirez, Kozlowski's grandson.
That was Bucknell for no gain.
Yeah. 3rd and 10.
And the clock running. What a catch! Touchdown from the 23-yard line.
That is Elijah Nelson. I tell you, I love this kid. You and I watched him play basketball last year, and he looked like a man among boys.
Boy, was he. What a great throw. And the catch.
The catch was awesome.
Unbelievable.
And that ties the score with a chance for the Phantoms to go ahead at halftime, and they're getting the ball at the beginning of the second half. Let's see if our young kicker here, Stefan Tompkins, can get the 7th point. It looks good. And it is. Phantoms, who have not looked good because of the penalties, are leading 7-6. 15 seconds. Wow. Exciting.
Very
exciting.
And the fact that we talked about, they took that ball over with about 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 14, and get the penalties against them. At one time, they were at 3rd and 32, about.
But the key to that whole thing was the penalty of roughing the passer against York that moved the ball 15 yards, get him in an area where they could score.
It was 4th down. Phoebus was dead in the water. He don't hit that man, but,
Yeah.
roughing the passer.
But see, you're a lineman and you're running and you say, I got to hit the quarterback, get him some problems, but you can't hit him after he's throwing the ball.
Yeah, well, I agree with you 100%. These are young kids, and the enthusiasm of the game. You got him wide open. You're looking at the quarterback. He's got his arm cocked. You lower your head. You go at him.
You're not watching whether he's throwing the ball. You're just going after the body.
Looking at his body. Yep, and that about a step and a half too late.
All right, young man who put the 7th point on the board, Stefan Tompkins, is going to kick it off. And the ball is loose. And the Phantoms come up with it with 9 seconds to go. So before York ain't even going to hit a chance. And looks like we've got an injured player on the field. I hope it's just a
stunner or something. He's moving. But the irony of that is, that's the second time we've seen the ball hit a lineman on a kickoff this year and bounce up in the air. I'm watching football. I'm going to say how old I am because people think I should not be up here. But how'd you get up the steps, you old man? But anyway, that's the second time this year that I've seen that, and it's just amazing. Lineman turning to go back to block, and it hits him and bounces up in the air.
Looks like we got they're concerned with a neck injury, so they're going to take their time.
Yeah,
and you got to be super cautious when you've got a young man that could possibly have a neck injury or something like that.
We had a game here last night where they. And I don't know the results now, but they had
young man, he had to come in, had to put him on a stretcher or gurney or whatever you call it.
Here comes the one down here now. You just pray. Here we are in the playoffs, and I don't know who this young man is. I don't want to say anything. Both teams need to kneel down. I think this is a great thing.
Right.
And this is about this young man's health and well-being. So.
Well, that'll bring us back to the live action here. Phoebus will get the ball.
Up, Bob.
Just poof, there he is.
He just disappeared. So I think maybe you got this figured out. Well, we're coming back, ladies and gentlemen, after a serious situation, and we have 9 seconds left on the clock, and Phoebus will have the ball after a kickoff recovery. They kicked off and recovered the ball in a mad scramble, which led to the injury of the young man. But this will be the last 9 seconds of the first half.
We got over here, we got Elijah Nelson, and he is going deep, I bet you.
We got 3 wideouts out there.
And here we go. The whistle to start the last play of the first half. Oh, he's going out of bounds, and that is not the last play. That's almost the first down, and he's spotting at the 40. It is a first down.
Giving him a first down.
But now you're 40 yards, but you've got 4 seconds, and you've got 1 play left to go.
They still, wait a minute, they got it marked wrong. There you go. Now you got it, guys.
There we go.
4 seconds. This has got to be to the end zone, Bubba. Oh, is he going to get it?
He did. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Andre Jackson with a strike from 2
2 plays in 9 seconds. 2.
Yeah, but I'm not talking that, but 2 scores in what? 15 seconds?
Yes.
20 seconds. That is unbelievable.
Now we
Led him perfect. That was a great strike by Justin Wright.
And when we get this back in the studio, what's going to be amazing is he was looking right back in the sun when he caught that ball, man.
Yes, he was. No good.
I think he missed it.
Yep.
No good. So Fountain will attack on the extra point.
All right, now we halftime, 13-6 in favor of the Phantoms. It's just unbelievable.
What a turnaround! I mean,
You scored with what?
they
2
scored.
scores with less than 30 seconds. I'm not sure
Yeah,
exactly how much, but
Well, let's look at it this way: they scored, and then on the kickoff, the clock stops, and then on the ensuing kickoff, they recovered the fumble with 9 seconds to go. So you're talking, like you said, 15 scored twice, and they were trailing 6-0 with 30 seconds to go in the half.
all right. Well, let's take a quick timeout here for the end of the first half. The score is 13-6 in favor of the Phantoms over the York Falcons. Woo.
We'll
be back shortly.
Coach Blunt, if you'll give the signal, we'll proceed.
All right, welcome back to the second half of action here at Darling Stadium. November the 21st, 2015. The FIBA Phantoms are leading 13-6 over the York Falcons. Brent has been working all halftime on these stats and usually had to take his shoes off twice to count. But what do you got, Brent?
I had to borrow one-legged Jack over there because they had extra yards. You know what to do. Well, I'll keep it real simple. If you look at Phoebus was 8 of 13 for 134 yards passing. And a lot of that came in the last part of the second quarter. A couple of big completions. Rushing, they had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 rushes for 58 yards. They didn't rush the ball much. York pretty much held them up there.
Yeah, York played good defense.
They had 9 first downs. Here's a kicker. 8 penalties for 80 yards.
That's just unreal.
First half.
Usually that's a game and a half.
Yeah. Now for York, they were 3 for 4 passing for 43 yards. And they had 18 rushes for 80 yards. They only had 3 penalties for 55 yards and 8 first downs. So really, when you look at it, other than those last, as we talked about, 30 seconds of the second quarter, everybody was right on the money. Everything was right and even. And then, like last week when we talked about in the Tab game, a span of 4 minutes,
They scored 3 touchdowns.
Scored 3 touchdowns. Phoebus trailing with 30 seconds to go in the second half, 6-0, and York controlling the game, not picking on the young man, but an unnecessary roughness penalty gave Phoebus a first down, and in the last 20 seconds of the first half, they put 13 points on the board to lead at halftime 13-6. York's got to know they're in this game. When they come out of the locker room, they got to be down because of the way it turned around so quick. But they got to know they're in this game.
Yeah.
So turn it back over to you.
Well, we're going to have a kickoff here by Logan Wise for the Falcons, and Phoebus is going to be looking into the sun on this third quarter of action.
I want to thank you for doing something.
What did I do?
Close that window.
Well, I noticed my nose had turned blue, so that was self-defense. Looked like it was offside, but no flag.
Well, there's whistling something.
Yep, there was a flag. He got it. the young man for York was offside, and that's the call.
We'll take them back 5 yards and start this thing all over again.
They're going to kick it from the 35 this time.
But I'm going to tell you what, he put it high and was caught at the 2 on the one that's not going to count.
Yeah, and not only that, but you kick it high with that sun the way it is.
You'll be able to, folks, on this field, you'll see the light on the, you can see the light on the field, how the shadows are being cast. So you got to be thinking that's why he kicked it over in that left corner over there. That receiver's got to be looking at the sun. He's kicking from the left side of the left hash marks too. Well, we got a chance. I love looking at them stands over there. York has brought a lot of people.
It's brought a lot of people here. Much more than there was last night game with Norview.
Here we go again. Same
Another
place.
high kick down to about the 10-yard line. Number 12 got hit, spun out of it, takes the ball down to the 30.
And the Phoebus player is down over here.
Andre Jackson was running that ball back. We got somebody down?
Yeah, I'm looking at him here. He's tried to get
On the
out.
tackle for the Falcons, number 6, Deshaun Jones, and number 3, Josh Martinez.
This appears to be rolling around a little bit. Now he's getting up. It was 84, but he's getting up, folks, and he's getting off the field.
That's great, on his own power. That's what you want to see.
He walks like me, man.
I wasn't going to say anything, Brad. I'm being nice.
My grandson says, Poppy waddles.
Poppy waddles?
Waddles when he walks.
That's number 84 for the Phantoms.
He got more metal than me and Edsel, so that may have something to do with it. All right, the ball's stopped at the 30-yard line.
Same set. Going to pass.
Nice catch.
Oh, went down and got the ball.
Nice catch. Number 12.
And that's Andre Jackson.
Picked up 13 yards, Bob.
Hey, if they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage, they being the Falcons,
Phoebus going to try to make them.
they're going to make them pay.
So that makes it. That's a first down.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 40. Looks like about 42-yard line. So he picked up about 12 yards on that play. There he goes. It's number 5 for the Phantoms, and that's Trey Hamlin. And we got a penalty to come flying in at the end.
On the carry, number 5, Trey Hamlin. There is a penalty marker on the
And I'm not sure the back judge is the one who made the call. Let's see what the call is. We'll
Phantom ball player picking up on the play, number 12, Andre Jackson.
let's see what does he signal for the call yet? It looks like it's against the Falcons.
They're moving the stakes already. Boy, marked off 15 yards.
And you don't have to, Alonzo, they've already got it down there for you. There's 1, there's 2, and 3. The ball is going to go down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Phantoms, and that's a big one. Did you see the preliminary call, what it was? It was a personal foul. We got some help up here, and we appreciate all the help we can get. Phoebus coming out throwing. Elijah got the ball and tried to move Brandon and slipped down and lost 3 yards. Mr. Nelson, I like his, just like the way he plays. Got great hands.
He's a heck of an athlete. You say he ran track?
Yeah.
Good sized young man, too. He was about 6'2", but he played basketball last year. Of course, he left the basketball team after about 6 or 8 games to go concentrate on track.
Track and football. That's where he figures he's going to go to college.
Draw play. Back now.
If Bucknell had gone to the left instead of the right, he'd have picked up three. Lord have mercy. They can't bring him down. He was hit at about where the down marker is, Brent.
Yeah, was. He picked up about 9 yards on that play.
My goodness. Picked up a good 6 yards after he was first made contact with. You can hit me, but it's going to take more than one guy to bring me down.
Better get the family over here if you want to beat him. I mean, he just kept driving. This is a big series for Phoebus. After how the half closed, they've moved the ball. This is a big series. York's coming up on the line. Right through number 4's hands.
And I tell you,
The ball was delivered well.
was that? But there were two Falcons going back, and they drove the two Phantoms all the way back into the backyard. And that brings up a 4th down.
That was a great pass, Bob, because it was put on his back shoulder.
Right.
Turned it exactly where he wanted it. The defender could not get to that pass. It just got through his hands.
That was you're right. It was awesome. The only place that anybody was going to catch it was going to be there. And we're going to have a timeout by the Phantoms early here in the second half with 9:32 to go. They're moving the ball, but then they had the first down. Then they did the pass. Nelson slipped, lost 3 yards. Becknell picked up about 9 yards, but, the pass, as you said, was right where he wanted to be, just didn't make the catch.
But this is, and I think the timeout, for anything more reason than that, is that Phoebus realized just how important the series this is.
Yeah.
It is. It's 4th down and what, about 5, would you say?
Yes, at least, 4th and 5, exactly.
And, this is a big series. If they can complete this first down, make this first down, that really dumps the pressure back on them. They're down 7 points, and it's not going to be a high-scoring game, I don't think, unless Phoebus just goes crazy. I don't see the potential right now for York being that explosive. But this is
York is more of a eat 'em up, grinding type of play.
They got a good thrower. They've got a good thrower. But
I tell you, this quarterback, just a freshman, Bay River's going to watch him for 3 more years.
yeah, he's going to be something. Not that he isn't already, but to be a freshman and the poise that he's shown so far today, it's a good job. Well, Phoebus coming out 4th down in about 5. That's what I think. And we'll see how this goes. About the 32.
And Wright is in the pistol.
There it is, Elijah. Number 10.
Got all down to about the 18-yard line. And you want your bread and butter. That's the man you go to.
I'm telling you. That was a great delivery. And what they're doing, and you've called this before, is they're finding the open space.
Right.
And
soft spot in that zone.
And sitting down, and Wright's been able to put the money there.
Yeah.
Put the ball right where it's supposed to be.
Well, they
first down.
spotted it to 19, Brent. We got 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and that was a statement right there.
Yeah. Cut the wrong way. If he'd cut right, I think he would have had something.
Well, the last time he'd been cut right, he'd been cut left, he'd been okay. Becknell picked up a couple yards that time.
Brings up 2nd and about 8. But they're running it. I don't think any runners had a big game against York this year. Going back and looking at the stats, York's some big boys up front, and they play strong.
Yeah,
and Phoebus has had to go to the air more this game than I've seen them all year. Last week they did what? Did you say 16 attempts?
Yes, 12 or 16, absolutely. We had an equipment problem. One of the Falcons had to go off, and I think there's something wrong with his helmet.
And the ball at about the 28, isn't it? No, it's about the 18.
18-yard line, yeah.
Driving out of the backfield, and that's number 12. And he's going to be picking up the first down, I believe. We're mighty close.
Andre Jackson, it looks like they're going to spot it at the 11-yard line. No, I'm sorry. It looks like about the 10-yard line.
Okay, so that's going to be short by a yard. So he picked up about 8.
Well, that brings up 3rd and short.
7.
We got
1
third
yard.
and 1, yeah.
Third and 1.
For the Panthers.
And this is where you just do your quarterback sneak. Get that yard.
Offside.
They've been doing that to each other all game. Your turn.
That's when you're glad you don't have a mic down there on the line. You know somebody on one side is going,
Not half. But that's your first down. That takes it down to the 6-yard line.
First and goal.
First and goal from the 6. This is a great drive for the Phantoms to start the second half.
like last week, they made some great adjustments. Boom, in the backfield. He was met. So he lost about 3 on that.
Well, nobody blocked the left side of the offense. Left side of the offense be the left side of the defense. They looked like 2 of them just came through untouched. Lost a couple yards, Brent.
Lost about 3 because it was on the 5.
Lost 3 yards.
Yeah.
The last time they had a first and goal at the 10, they went backwards.
They sure did.
Second and goal from the 8 for the Phantoms.
Well, number 8 comes in as Andre Smith along with Jalen Holloway.
Let's see if they put an extra blocker in the backfield.
Well, they got the fullback back there now.
Just couldn't lead him up to 8. He only picked up a couple.
Well, he had to catch the ball, and in doing so,
Yeah.
he was not running the pattern the way the quarterback right thought he would. So that brings up a 3rd down and goal.
Pass came in a little low. 3rd down about 6, I think, and goal. 3rd and goal about 6.
Gain is down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
I got that down. I heard it echo in there. Did you hear that?
Is that what that was?
The echo. Got a deeper voice on the echo.
I was going to say you went from tenor to bass. All right, Justin Wright, and we got Mr. Nelson over here on the left.
Won't be too much time.
Exactly.
Timeout. Called a timeout.
Well, if he hadn't called timeout, he was going to get a penalty.
They did get the penalty then. But I saw him picking the flag up, so I thought maybe a timeout got back in there first, but it didn't. So that's a 5-yard penalty.
He did not get the first down before he threw the penalty. I mean, get the timeout before he threw the penalty.
Right, so he didn't. He just canceled the timeout. That's going to make it goal from the 11.
Well,
Right?
3rd and goal.
Out of bounds.
But we got a flag.
Pass was intended for the Phantoms. Eli Nelson.
But that ball was, no way he could have caught that in bounds.
No.
But let's see what the flag is. Ineligible receiver downfield.
Number 29, Bobby Boyd.
Picked up.
And
they're going to decline it, yeah.
The ball goes over.
Now it's 4th down. You kicked the field goal.
Oh, that was 3rd down.
Yeah. And that's why they're coming out with the field goal kicker, Stephon Tompkins.
Falcons declined the penalty, bringing up 4th down.
Well, he was kicking from about the 25 in practice.
Well, remember when his last extra point went wide.
Right. Yep, sure did.
So he's going to kick with his right foot because he can kick with his left. But this is the angle you want. It's up and good, but it's left. Out, did not make it. Pulled it left.
Field goal, and it is wide left.
And that'll give the ball to the Falcons over on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 6:42 to go in the 3rd quarter play. They dodged the bullet. Phoebus had the ball, 1st and goal. Again, twice they've had 1st and goal, and they've come back by empty.
That was a 10-play drive with 2 penalties, 1 15 against. York and 1 5-yard against Phoebus.
All right, well, let's
Ended
give
up
us
with nothing.
the Ramsey Hyatt, number 2 for the Falcons, is his game now. He's the leader on that team. You're going to go right to your bread and butter man. And I couldn't tell if that was Lightfoot or Campbell.
Sounds like a movie.
Goes to number 5, Devin Campbell.
That was Campbell.
Phantoms number 25, Aaron Branch brings him down.
Picked up maybe half a yard, Brent. Well, yeah, because they just spotted the ball on the other side of the 20.
They just moved it from one side of the pin to the other.
Yeah, so it's a football length gain.
All right, 2nd and roughly 10. Ball on the ground.
You can't scoop it up. That was moved. He tried to scoop it up to run with the ball and did a great job and said, okay, just go down on it. But he had 4 players running, but he didn't know they were all his team.
That's right.
Turn the ball over, 1st and goal again from the 10 for the Phantoms. So let's see if they can do something this time. 2 times they have not been able to do anything.
And the ball is spotted where? At the 10.
Yes.
And nobody of those 4 that were around the ball was looking to block anybody.
No, they were saying, okay, I'll help you get the ball. I'll help you pick it up. You got to block somebody, right?
Too many hands in the pie, buddy.
But now, let's see you go. Let's run. Picked up 5 yards.
Number 11, Jamari McNell, the ball carrier for the Phantoms.
Don't do anything crazy here, like you say. They were here before at the 10
On the
with the
tackle,
first
number
down.
15.
Number 78 for the Falcons in on the stop that time. Javon Rush, a senior, 5'10", 247. Don't make him mad.
No. But here they come again. They're lining up. Oh, he's wide open.
Got the touchdown. Off the right side, been going off the left side, went off the right side, but it was, do you notice there was a little delay? You know what that was? Trap play.
Yeah, good call, good call.
And that gives you 18. Are you going to kick the extra point or are you going to go for it? You're going to kick it. Unlike some coaches.
Get tough now, get tough.
Well, I'm just going by your example.
Not picking anybody very good to follow.
Well, I thought you were what I'm supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to follow you. And that's looking good. That's great down the middle. Gives you 20-6, a 14-point lead. And now you're putting the pressure on the Falcons. You hate to turn the ball over, but it's worse when you turn it over down at your end of the field where they 1st and goal from the 10.
That turnover, it looked like it was in the exchange.
Yes. Well, and he was exchanging and they got hit.
And got hit at the exact same time.
Yes.
So that's where the mix-up really came.
Yeah.
Not only, it wasn't just the exchange, but he was trying to get the balls. Number 5 was trying to get a Campbell. I mean, he got nailed, and the quarterback was letting it go, and the running back couldn't get it.
And Phoebus got it.
Then all the guys in the backfield from Phoebus couldn't make up their mind who was going to get the ball. Well, here we go, Bob. It's 5:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Phoebus has now opened up a 20-6 lead. They were able to recoup, and that's amazing. They drove down the field and then turned the ball over. They couldn't score, and then in 2 plays, York gave them the ball again. Yeah. Now York's hurting themselves. Left foot, Bob.
Yep.
Pooch kick. Now, I have seen Mike Smith make that kick years ago.
Yep.
And the end on this end of the kicking team go down and catch it or get the ball.
Well,
and it's live.
It's live, but you can't interfere with the guy catching the ball. That's the only thing. But if nobody's standing around, you catch it, right?
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
There was a penalty against the Phantoms.
So
they were offside on the kickoff.
So they're going to make them kick it again.
Yep, they're going to kick again. And you're going to kick from this side this time. That was with his left foot. Now we're going to use the right foot, maybe. And he's looking over at Dickie Van Dyke, and Vicky Van Dyke works with the kickers, and he said, "This is what I want you to do." Oh, well, caught it going, and all his speed was going the wrong direction.
That's a helmet to helmet. I don't know if it's going to get flagged or not.
Number 12 for the Phantoms making the stop, Andre Jackson.
That was a pretty good catch and return by the
number 8. Cole Little.
He caught it going. It looked like a receiver going to pull it in.
Well, he's got a reverse field here, 180 degrees.
He picked up about 10, 12 yards after he turned around and came back.
And they're going to spot the ball at the 35 where he would have got it last time if it went out of bounds. So
saved all that punishment.
Well, not only that, time went off the clock. The Falcons need to go down and score.
Yes. They need to get themselves set back with an offensive presence. Phoebus is going to swarm on that.
Yeah, they pick up about a yard that time, and that was Campbell. It looked like
was it Campbell?
Yeah, Campbell, number 5.
Okay.
And Ryder was one of the tacklers in there, Peyton Ryder, that sophomore linebacker, and he's still favoring that right foot a little bit.
He's been limping since the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And again, well, boom, 88 all over. My goodness. Keyshawn Patterson Battle is the name. He went to battle on that one.
He just went right down behind the line, Bob,
Yep.
and caught him before he could even make a move. It's a loss of 2 yards.
Yeah. Ball is now spotted 30. I'm sorry, the 34.
Yeah, so he had a yard gain on the last play, now it's a 2-yard loss.
And we'll look for a pass here.
There's nobody in the backfield with him, so.
They got 4 wideouts.
Phoebus only got 2 down linemen, 3 people into line.
Oh, he got the first down because the player went for the ball instead of the tackle.
And it's a helmet to helmet.
Pass caught by the Falcons, number 17, Cole Edwards. There are penalty markers on the play. On the tackle, number 4, Daquan Lewis, and number 27, Shadarius Horn.
I think he's going to call a helmet to helmet.
Let's see what's going on here. The ball is spotted at the the 47, and it's against the Phantoms. It's a 15-yarder, Brent, just like you called it. And there's a case where you're best to make them have 4th down by tackling the ball, is tackling the runner instead of going to the ball. But again, you know, it's just a reaction thing. You don't think, you just react.
It's on the 38, right?
Quarterback keeper, and ran all the way that time. Ramsey.
On the keeper.
Down by the Falcons,
number 27.
Ramsey high, number 2, picked up about 5.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
That's the first time I've seen him
I'm just
run the
thinking
ball.
the same thing. I think that's the first time I've seen an actual run set designed for him.
He faked the ball to Campbell coming around the
On the sweep.
right on the sweep. Now we've got no backs. Whoa, man was there just a little too long. That was number 29. That was the intended receiver, Bobby Boyd, senior, 5'10", 137.
You called it, Bob. He ran right through the 2 defenders.
Yes.
And had the ball been a yard shorter, he'd have been in TD.
But again, Brent, just like you're saying, look at the shadows.
Yep.
He's looking back
Right
into the sun.
Yep, in that corner.
So it's 3rd and 5 from about the 37-yard line. And nowhere to go that time. There was a gang tackle. Number 8 was a primary tackler that time. Got a little help, but that's Andre Smith. We called his name a lot. We're going to pick a player of the game from the offense and the defense today, Brent. And it comes from Tidewater Team Sport, David Chubb and Terry McLemore. And what's the phone number?
594-0411. Give them a call. What's your point? Anything you need in sports apparel and needs.
4th down.
Trying to crawl him offside. That's what he's trying to do.
And he has to call timeout, which is their first timeout.
The reason I know that, because the last time they did that, he went up under center.
Yeah, when he goes up under center.
Well, I just picked up on it, and I don't know if he's going to do it again, but as soon as I saw him go up under center, I said, I'm going to try to draw him offside.
Oh, you're just so smart. I'm just impressed.
I get one impressive call a day.
One?
The good thing is that I had it. The bad thing is that I don't get another one.
But I don't look for him to punt the ball. I really don't.
They can't do that now. They got to get points. They have to make something happen. And
but
the young man throws the ball well, Bob. You called it already. He does throw the ball well.
Well, let me tell you something that is impressing me in the second half so far. Phoebus defense.
Yes.
Swarming. They're not being giving up long runs.
What they're doing is they're setting their line, and then they'll bring a linebacker to whichever the spot's open. And he's going at the quarterback or the running back. He's lining up what I call free. Once the defensive line goes down, you'll watch.
He'll find a place where he knows that defensive lineman's going to block this way or whatever way, and he just goes the other.
All 4 linebackers are behind the 4 linemen. They're down. Here come 2, just like you said. And they missed him.
He's intercepted. But had he not intercepted the ball, they'd have got it at there because that was 4th down.
Yeah.
Dequan Lewis making the interception, but that was a time when you would have knocked the ball down.
Now they got the ball at the 6 instead of the 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Good as a punt.
Exactly. They couldn't have punted it and got the ball at the 6 probably. So it means a long field for the Phantoms. They're going with the sun is in their face. They've got 2:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball is on the 7-yard line.
It's cold for me up here. These boys are warm as they can be down there. They're young. They're young. But I'll tell you what, I can feel the chill rolling through here.
I think that's the key in high school. You got to be young to play high school football.
Well, back in our day, there was 2 guys that weren't quite so young.
That was Becknell on the carry.
I don't want to be ugly about it, but we had guys that quit school to 10th grade so they could come back.
On the tackle for the Falcons, number 60.
Well, I've got some stories about that, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to keep it to myself. Oh, that was not Becknell. That's 33. That's the Wright kid. Daniel Wright, the sophomore, 6'1", 220.
Heir apparent.
And look he just puts his head down and goes. And he is a punishing runner. Ball is going to be about the 22-yard line. Picked up the 1st down, Brent, with 1:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We talked about 33. What's his name again?
Daniel Wright.
Daniel Wright. We talked about him last week. And when he
I'm
came
impressive.
in the game, and as you said, he's the heir apparent to the running back position in Phoebus, which is quite a position to get. Because when you look at the history,
tailback, but what I like about him is his size.
Yeah.
He runs tough right up the middle. And right there, he takes a couple guys and goes to the 25-yard line. So he picked up another 3 yards there.
He's one of those guys that very rarely you see get knocked down. Very rare.
This is contact on rush number 78 of the Falcons.
What York's got to contemplate is they got to stop a drive. They got to get the clock back in their hands.
Yeah.
They've got to stop a drive. You're 56 seconds away from starting the 4th quarter. And they've got to make Phoebus make a mistake.
And that time, picked up nothing. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and they just pinched in.
Yep.
They got a big kid in there, number 73, to come in, and that's Lee Green. And Lee Green, 350, 6'2".
He's leaving now.
But he plugged up that middle. I mean, he takes 2 people. Okay, I don't need a 5-man line because I got him.
The coach is working him out over there. He started to pull him out, and now he's burning him. There we go. Yeah, he made a difference in that bulkhead right there, buddy.
We got a 3rd down, 7. Got 2 backs back there to protect him.
Don't catch him.
He's going to catch him. Took him out of bounds. That's a 1-yard line.
No, it's a touchdown.
No, it's not.
He's got his hands up, doesn't he?
No, he's stopping the clock, but there's no stopping. The clock ran out. And that was number 5, Trey Hamlin. Trey has had a
What yard line was that from? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was about the 35. So you figure that was 70 minus 1 or 2.
65-yard.
Wow. He just threw that ball up, let the runner, Trey Hamlin, run under that ball, Brent.
Good Lord, what a throw.
Great job.
Now, where's he spotting it, at the 5?
No, he spotted it about the 2-yard line.
Because I saw him holding the ball up at the 5.
Well, he's holding the ball up at the end of the quarter.
Just about the 1-yard line, and that's going to bring to a conclusion the 3rd.
We're going to have the player of the games. We're going to have an offense. We're going to have a defense. And, man, I tell you, whew, what are we going to do, baby?
Because I think last week we had the quarterback, didn't we?
Yeah, we had Justin Wright, and we try not to give it to the same one all the time.
You got a lot of people to choose from right
I
now.
tell you, right now I'm edging towards number 5 for the Phantoms. I'm also number 10, Elijah Nelson. But Trey Hamlin has just been unreal. And defensively, you look at your defense, and these guys on Phoebus's defense have just played well. Johnson, Davila, Smith, Battle, Patterson. He has been, he's catching them in the back, and then you got Horn, Ryder, and Branch at your linebackers, Pope and Carter at your corners, and Gregory and Lewis are your deep men.
Well, we'll let you work on a defensive play.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you're older and wiser. You've told me that many times.
Yeah, and I didn't think you believed me. I used to tell you that, and you'd say, yeah, well, sure. All right, so what are we going to do? Who are we going to give the ball to? We're going to give it to the big fullback. Yes, he got the ball, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. And it is a touchdown, and that makes it 26. And then we'll go in for the extra point. What a great, and I tell you, this is what you and I had talked about last week. Phoebus just looks like, well, we're trying to feel out this team, and then all of a sudden they figure out they can score, and then they just score in bunches.
Both games they've come out after the half and made the right changes, and you can see it.
What other adjustments they've made?
That's whatever they've done, it's worked. And you got to give that to the coaching staff.
Well, if they win today, next week they play York. I'm sorry, play Pocosin. I was surprised he did that. I'd have kicked him, you got a guy who can kick it left-footed and right-footed. Use him. I was talking to Dickie Van Dyke before the game, and I asked him, I says, how many times has that happened? He says, it's the first time it's ever happened. But he says, if you remember years and years ago, we had a big, tall punter who broke his right foot or sprained it real bad. And so he kept saying, well, I got to get a punter. I got to get a punter. I got to. And the kid says, let me try left foot. He said the first one he kicked was 35 yards. He said, we don't need to find anybody.
With a bad foot on the right.
He kicked with his left foot.
Bad right wing and went ahead with the left.
I said, well, there you go, Coach. You made the right decision. We don't need to find a punter. We got one.
I tell you what, we got to give honorable mention to the young man who kicks off. What's his name? Tonkin. You got to give him a little extra credit because he's been steady.
Stephon
Tonkin. I just like watching little guys, enthusiasm in the game. And like you keep talking about, these ambifooterists or whatever you call it.
I don't know. You can kick with either foot. That's unreal. And there's a nice long punt down to about the 12-yard line. And brought it back to about the 30.
All right. There's 11:48 to go in the fourth quarter, and the score is now 26-6 in favor of the Phoebus Phoenix. And I just keep going back in my mind to 20 seconds to go in the second quarter and what this game looked like. It's just amazing. 13 points in what, 20 seconds? About 20 seconds.
I shake my head because I thought that was going to go close. The last team that had the ball at the end of the game, I thought was going to win it.
I did the exact same thing.
All right, we got Mr. Hyatt back at quarterback, and for the
got 4 receivers, 2 wide each side there. One man in the backfield to help block it. Of course, that's Mr. Campbell. So Phoebus is teeing off on each side, especially on this side. Look at 25.
He's ready to go.
Got 2 linebackers lined up.
We're going number 6 in motion, and now
going to be delay game.
You and me, we've talked about this. You come from out of a timeout or a kickoff or something, you've got the play called.
It should be.
And then you get a delay. So you got a 1st and 15 at the 25-yard line. And we're with number 6 in motion, and boom. Number 2 kept the ball. Hyatt, boom. And the ball came loose.
Phoebus recovered.
I'm not sure who got the ball.
The signal was for Phoebus.
I never saw a signal. You better eyes than I've got. And that was Hyatt, Ramsey Hyatt was the quarterback keeper.
Hyatt's down.
No, that's not Hyatt that's down. Hyatt's number 2. Is that 2?
That's 6, I think.
Yeah, number 6 went in motion, and that's Deshaun Jones. So that means Phoebus is going to get the ball at the 31-yard line.
I'm going to have to go to another piece of paper. I got to get another piece of paper.
Well, you're going to cut down the tree.
I've already nailed 1 or 2 of them.
The 31 of the Falcons.
We got Becknell and Holloway in the backfield.
Well, let's see if it's turn around real quick. If Phoebus going to go for the shocker or just go steady. Yep, going for the shocker. He's wide open. There he is. It's 28. He's still fighting.
Got down to about the
15
or 14-yard line.
31 to the 15.
That's Cyrie Green, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's C-I-R-E. I'm going to call him Green.
I like it.
And he picked up first down. But Phoebus is, we got to put the nail in. We got to close this thing out. Make it where they can't recover.
I think it's Sire.
Okay. Oh, interception by number 15. Just did a great job. DeAndre Lightfoot kept his eye on the quarterback to see where he was going with that ball.
Good read by the
Yes, it was.
back.
Excellent.
Yeah, went right in front of Elijah Nelson. He just took the ball. Didn't think it was. He was so close to the sideline. He returned it to the 20. But
there was nowhere else for him to go. If he tried to go back to the middle, he's going to run into where everybody is. We've got 15 in the backfield right now is Lightfoot back there with Hyatt. And now we got a whistle, and what do we got?
Timeout, York.
York called timeout, and that is their second called timeout. Gives them one more for the game. 11:05 to go in the game. But this has been a long game because we had about a half an hour where we had an injured player, and they had to bring in the ambulance and everything and stabilize him before they could get him out of here. And it was about a half an hour to do that. And we cut that out of the game. Just, you know, they didn't want to hear our patter.
Don't want to hear it at home. I don't know why they want to hear it on TV.
That's true.
Yeah, my wife said, yeah, go ahead and build a room to yourself. You can have a man cave. We'll call you when we need you.
Don't hold your breath.
Yes. Matter of fact, put a refrigerator in out there and a TV. That'd be a good idea. No, you don't need a phone out there. Honey. I'll come get you.
Right, and get yourself a nice buckle lounger that you can lean back in and just sleep out there.
Need a heat lamp, do you?
All right, now we're trying to go here. Got high in the backfield along with Lightfoot, and he's passing.
Picked up
29, right on the money. Great catch because it was low. That's Bobby Boyd.
Picked up 9 yards.
5'10", 137 senior. Picked up, what's about 9 in it? Ball at the 29-yard line.
Bring up a 2nd and 1.
And the clock is running because now the York has 2 opponents.
Clock.
The Phantoms and the clock. He's right.
They got to just work their way down the field. Get back in. And of course, that's the Phoebus advantage. If you can, there it goes, nice. Got the first down.
And that's Lightfoot. DeAndre Lightfoot. He is just a junior, 5'8", 161. Ball is going to be spotted at the 34-yard line.
Big folks can say that the only place warm in this stadium now is over there in those stands. And of course, the sun is going
and it's
down.
getting down to the point where the level of the sun is not giving you much warmth.
And you start watching the crowd move in the bleachers as the sun goes up. Looking for time. Nice throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Oh, man, he just threw it up, it looked like. Number 21 for the Phantoms finally got out of bounds as Gregory, Jonathan Gregory, Jr., 6'2", 185, plays free safety.
I think that's his 2nd interception, I believe.
We got a flag on the play against the Phoebus, so that means there will now be a...
It's still their ball, though.
Oh, still a ball. Is a dead ball foul?
Yeah. Well, it must have been after the catch.
Phantoms will retain possession of the ball.
10-yard penalty.
Yeah, the ball is going to be spotted at the 47. Be first down from there with 9:56 to go in the game. We've had just too many turnovers from both teams.
Yes.
And
That's the third interception.
It's hurt the York more than it has the Phantoms.
Yeah.
And that's Wright, number 33, Daniel Wright, picked up, wow, about 7
yards, yeah.
On the stop, number 14, Luke Gilbert. This is by number 5, Kevin Campbell. Phantoms gain 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
2nd and looks like a long 3. Got Holloway in the backfield, along with Becknell, and Becknell picks up the first down.
On the carry for the Phantoms, number 11, Jamari Becknell.
Jamari has had a great game, moving that ball,
Number 17, Cole Edwards stops Becknell.
and that's what you want to do. You got 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Clock is running. Trey Hamlin, number 5, comes in with the play. Justin Wright under center. And we don't talk about the center very often, but the center is Caven Melton. And that was Becknell again on a carry, picked up about 7 more yards. So we got 2nd and 3. And he's using Trey Hamlin to run, running in and out with his plays. You can put your headset on anytime you want.
I think I was sent out to quarantine. So
Becknell again hit right in the backfield.
He still ain't quit though. They were trying to tackle the ball, and that's
yeah. They picked up maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah. They got him 2 yards behind the line, but he picked up about a yard, like you said, Bob. But if you watch, they're trying to get the ball out of him. They're trying to rip the ball out of their hands.
Big 21 for the Falcons was the tackler that time. That was Torrance Mason, or Mason Torrance, I think it is. Oh, we got
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, number 78 was. I'm ready to go. Where's the rest of you guys?
This will be against the Panthers.
3rd and 8 now instead of 3rd and 3. We'll say 7. Why not?
Yeah, round it up. I'm with the school here.
That's
right,
true.
From the 30-yard line,
That's
it
true.
is 3rd and about 7. We got 3 men in the backfield now.
Quarterback in the pistol going to pass. Whoa.
He's got hit. Ball's loose. Remember, Becknell's got it. Oh, he fell down. In the middle of the field, he fell
That
down.
is the worst spot you can be in this field. And they lost
14,
tremendous yardage.
15 yards. They lost
And I think they will punt this time.
Yeah.
Clock is still running. Under 7 minutes to go. Well, they were lucky that York didn't get that ball.
They are. Yeah. Let's see what kind of pump we get off here. Sky high.
And they're going to let it go down.
Oh, you just had to be around it, didn't you?
You
You just had to be around it, didn't you?
You don't know which way it's going to run. He probably it's going to be spotted at about 15. It could have run down to the 10, but you know, after 15, still not bad. We got 6:22 to go in the 4th quarter action. It scored 26-6. That's 3 scores, and it's going to be actually yeah.
At their 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
And that's going to be hard to do. You got, you know, York's got to put the ball in the air. And you got the young Hyatt kid, number 2, just a freshman, but he really impresses me as a freshman. Looks like number 5, Campbell, is behind him. And they're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go. Phoebus is just
Falcons give it to
Wow. Lost a yard.
And that was Peyton Ryder, one of the tacklers in that time, and he's still walking with a little bit of gimp.
Number 42, Peyton Ryder.
Well, I'm going to bring it up again here with 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Phoebus has made a statement in the 2nd half.
Yes, they have.
They played, they watched, they learned in that 1st half, and the last 30 seconds in the 2nd half totally belonged to Phoebus.
Yeah. And that 1st half, just the way they ended the half was just really hurt them. Boom, right there. Oh, my.
And ball points to number 15 down there, Lightfoot.
Lightfoot got the ball, but, man, was he.
And instantaneously number 88, Keyshawn Battle Patterson.
That was number 88. I've called his name a lot. Keyshawn Battle Patterson.
Yes, you have. We'll go there.
3rd and 13.
Yeah.
But it's good to look at.
We got a lot we're looking at. You're absolutely right.
A lot to look at, but he is, oh boy, he's been in there. He's paid the dues.
And,
whoops.
Well, they tackled the guy that might have got the ball, and then the quarterback,
pulled it back.
Mr. Hyatt, said, I'm going to keep it. And they said, Ramsey, you ain't going nowhere either. Lost yard. We got 4th and 12, Brent.
4th and 12. The ball is on the
14-yard. I'm sorry, on the 12-yard line.
Okay. And they're going to give it back to Phoebus. Phoebus is probably going to get it inside the 50, barring any penalties.
Yeah, you got to watch the
calling for somebody
penalty.
Here we go. Back to punt. Oh, no. Well, he got it off.
Well, I don't know how he got it off. And he's still not down.
He got hit on the catch.
That's Trey Hamlin. This kid has been all over the field.
He's hurt, too. He's holding his right hand and shoulder. He got hit. That's where he got hit when he caught the ball. And he still kept going.
He's feeling a little bit of pain right now. Ball's going to be spotted at, it looks like, about the 38.
That is a stinger, folks.
And those stingers hurt.
About 36, right?
What did I say?
38.
Well, I'm closer. I'm going the wrong way. You're right, 36-yard line.
Yeah. The field's taking a beat.
Ball marked at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
And number 12 in motion, and that's Andre Jackson. And the handoff to the big guy, the fullback, Holloway. Holloway straight ahead.
Number 40, Steven Holloway.
Pick up 8.
And you know right now, that defense for York has been out there a lot this second half.
They're tired.
They got to be getting tired.
They have not been able to sustain a drive more than 1 first down or 2. It's just been rough on them. Phoebus just keeps pounding.
And there goes Holloway again, but he ran into a
bunch of people.
Right on the bottom.
I don't think they give him anything. I don't think they.
Number 3.
That was number 40 again, wasn't it, Bob?
Yep. Number 3, Josh Martinez was one of the initial tacklers. Brings up a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Trey Hamlin comes back in, so he's just a stinger. So he ran back out there. He wasn't holding any arm or
Put his
anything.
right hand in his pocket, so I won't use it this time. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Going behind the quarterback. What they're going to do? Flip.
And that's your sophomore, Daniel Wright, picking up the first down, across the 25 to about the 28. I'm sorry, about the 18.
Picked up 6 yards, Bob.
Actually, it's a 22.
First down.
That was the main thing.
Let that sun disappear what?
And once it goes down, you know the people over there, you see how much closer they
That's what
got?
I'm saying. They're passing the blanket around. All right, it's first down.
It goes right again, number 33,
There goes the
off the
crowd.
left side, and they
There
just
goes the
keep right
crowd.
on going. And Brent, they're picking up 4 and 5 yards at a clip.
After contact. That's the thing. They get in contact with 1 or 2 out, and they're still picking up 2 or 3 more.
If you got decide who you're going to get for the player of the game for the offense,
Yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure you're up on it.
I don't have to.
It just Elijah Nelson, number 10, comes in, bringing the play. Oh, fullback right up the middle. Just about to the goal line. He wanted that so bad. Holloway, Jalen Holloway, just a junior, Brent, so he'll be back next year. Good blocker back and can run the ball good. 5'9", 220.
That's a hoss on the loose right there.
They got 1st and goal from about the 2-yard
Look at the
line.
setup up here, number 5. Somebody hadn't picked up.
And we got a touchdown. Who was that that carried the ball? 33. Daniel Wright. And yeah, the crowd's starting to leave. So we got 32. 32-6. And our buddy Stefan Tompkins, I like that young man.
I do too. Bring a little character to the thing. Hear everybody down here in the booth rooting for him, Bob. You hear that?
Yep,
Man, it looks good.
it does, and it is. 33-6. Had no idea there would be this much of a disparity.
I'm looking at second half trying to get my paperwork together, and all of a sudden it's boom, 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 13-6. And I was thinking they were going to go in 6-0.
Yeah.
That's really what I thought. But I talked about it before. Phoebus has started a lot of games. Matter of fact, it was all in the paper a week or so ago too.
They start slow.
Yeah, Phoebus going to have to start faster now if they, stay with these teams.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Takes them
once
half.
they get that, figure out where the pedal is, they go to the metal.
Do that. Once they got it figured out, they seem to know where to stick the fork.
All right, we got 59 seconds. This game is history. Phoebus ran into a team that I thought first half played as well as any team has played against Phoebus this year. And they turned the ball over at inappropriate times, hurt them. But Phoebus just killed them when those 2 long passes for touchdowns. Thompson kicks the ball off. It gets all the way, I think that's number 5 to end up with the ball.
About the 27.
Campbell. And he goes, to about the 27?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got 52 seconds to go, Brent. You want to go with the player of the games?
Yeah, I think
Tidewater Team Sports?
last week, Mr. Wright, the quarterback for the Phoenix Sandwich, was the player of the game. With our offensive player of the game this week, we'll go with number 11, Mr. Bucknell. He was the main horse, although I have to say we had some running backs in there, number 33 and number 40.
I like Daniel Wright. I like Holloway. All 3 of them, good job.
Phoebus has got a nice stable of people to play. So anyway, but on offense, Mr. Bucknell is going to go as the player of the game, and on defense, why don't you announce that?
Keyshawn Battle Patterson. Just, I don't know how many times I saw him break in and catch the quarterback or
the running back.
Or the running back, right. So we're going to go with 2, offense and defense, and we'll be back here next week.
No, we're doing a Hampton game, Hampton Indian River,
Yep.
and definitely going to be here in New York, Pocosin, it looks like.
Yep.
And that clock is ticking down.
I don't think it's York and Pocosin.
No, it's going to be Phoebus and Pocosin.
I think you're right.
And we've got some friends out there, Bob, that we're going to see tomorrow that are going to be talking about this game.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. I hate to say it, but I got a granddaughter that's a JV cheerleader for Pocosin, so I'm going to be in a mixed house.
Oh, you are that. I'll be over there tomorrow. I'll hold your hand.
Okay. I'm going to be in a mixed house.
Well, that's the end of the game with the final score 33-6 in favor of the Phantoms. Brent, you have any last comments?
As we talked about a minute ago, I expected a closer game. Just a few plays at the end of the second quarter, folks. You saw the game. It just seemed to turn things around, and when Phoebus came out after halftime, they seemed to have figured the number out and put things in order and just took over the second half.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Brett Musgrove and Stephen Fry, who's on camera. This is Bob Hintz. Good afternoon, everybody.